You want to package 20 boxes with dimensions 6 inches by 8 inches by 10 inches for shipping. Which box size should you use? Box 1 has dimensions 18 by 22 by 26 inches. Box 2 has dimensions 18 by 24 by 30 inches. It's important to note that checking the volume alone is not enough. We also need to check the dimensions of the larger boxes to make sure at least 20 of the smaller boxes will fit inside. When placing boxes inside boxes, there's often wasted space. Let's begin by determining the volume of the 20 smaller boxes. The volume of a box is equal to length times width times height, and therefore the volume of all 20 boxes, which we will call V sub B, is equal to 20 times the volume of one small box, which is 6 inches, times 8 inches, times 10 inches, which is equal to 9,600 cubic inches. And now let's determine the volume of box 1 and box 2. The volume of box 1, V sub 1, is equal to 18 inches times 22 inches times 26 inches. V sub 2, the volume of box 2, is equal to 18 inches times 24 inches times 30 inches. And now let's go to the calculator and find V sub 1 and V sub 2. V sub 1 is equal to 10,296 cubic inches. V sub 2 is equal to 12,960 cubic inches. We'll notice the volume of box 1 and box 2 are greater than the volume of the 20 boxes, so it may appear as if both boxes will work, but we're not sure until we check the dimensions to make sure 20 boxes that are 6 by 8 by 10 inches will fit inside these two boxes. So right now, both box 1 and box 2 are a maybe. Let's check the dimensions of box 1 and box 2 on the next slide. Starting with box 2 and the large box on the right, let's label the dimensions. Let's label this front edge 22 inches, this edge here 18 inches, and let's label the height 26 inches. We want to place the 20 boxes inside the large box with the least amount of waste, where again each small box has dimensions 6 inches by 8 inches by 10 inches. So looking at the dimensions of one small box and the large box, notice 6 times 3 is equal to 18. So if we place the edges of 6 inches along this edge that measures 18 inches, there will be no wasted space. Let's mark off 3 segments of length 6 inches along the 18-inch edge. And now we're left with the edge of 22 inches and 26 inches. Looking at the smaller edge of 10 inches, notice 10 times 2 is equal to 20. So if we place the 10-inch edge along the edge measuring 22 inches, we can fit 2 edges of 10 inches with 2 inches left over. 10 times 2 is equal to 20, plus 2 is 22. So let's mark off 2 lengths or segments of 10 inches. And we have 2 inches left over. And then we're left with the small edge that measures 8 inches, which we need to line up along the edge that measures 26 inches. Well, 8 times 3 is equal to 24, plus 2 is equal to 26. Let's mark off 3 8-inch segments along the edge measuring 26 inches, with again 2 inches left over. And now let's go ahead and outline the smaller boxes within the larger box. And now let's see how many boxes fit. Let's begin by counting the boxes along this front face. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes along the front face. And then notice how we have 3 rows of 6 boxes. 6 times 3 is equal to 18, and therefore only 18 boxes that measure 6 by 8 by 10 inches will fit inside box 1. And since 18 is less than the required boxes of 20, box 1 is a no. Though the volume is large enough, the dimensions do not allow for 20 boxes to fit inside. Box 1 will not work. And now let's check box 2. Box 2 measures 18 inches by 24 inches by 30 inches. Looking at the dimensions of these small boxes, we will line up the 10-inch edge along the longer edge of 30 inches. Since 3 times 10 is equal to 30, we will mark off 3 10-inch segments along the longer edge of 30 inches. We will line up the 8-inch edge along the longer edge of 24 inches. Since 8 times 3 is equal to 24, we will mark off 3 8-inch segments along the edge measuring 24 inches. We'll line up the edge that measures 6 inches with the longer edge measuring 18 inches. 6 times 3 is equal to 18. We'll mark off 3 6-inch edges along the longer 18-inch edge. And now let's outline the boxes. Notice in this case, there is no wasted space. Again, let's count the boxes along the front face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice how we have 3 layers of 9 boxes. 9 times 3 is equal to 27. 27 of the smaller boxes will fit inside box 2. And since 27 is greater than 20, the number of boxes you're trying to package, you should use box 2. I hope you found this helpful.